You're welcome to my YouTube channel. And in case you're just joining us for the first time, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. And I'd like to say thank you to our subscribers who are outside there, wherever you are. Thank you for following. Thank you for always commenting. Thank you for always having one thing or the other to say about us. We really, 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 really appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, we've been talking about psychology of self-care this month. It's been awesome. If you've not watched my previous video, I would advise you to go back and watch them. Yeah, please do try and go back and do what and watch them. Please go and watch them. Thank you. Obrigado. Okay, we're going to be expanding more. Like I said, I'm going to be picking them one by one to talk about psychological factors regarding self-care. So I'm going to be starting with physical care. Physical care. By the way, my name is Rema. I'm your psychotherapist. And what do we do here? We give psychological solutions to psychological issues in the society. That's what we do. So I want to talk about the psychology of physical health today. I'm going to be emphasizing on so much, a lot of things, and I will implore you guys to try as much as possible to take note of all the things I'm going to be discussing as we get our physical care. Like physical care is very, 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 very important. That's what some people don't know. They don't know that it is very important that you take care of yourself. A lot of people are not really cultured in such a way that they need to know that your physical balance has a lot to do with your mental health. That's what they don't know. It really, really has a lot to do with your mental health. You know, I watched a video at a particular time, and that video really put out so many things. The lady was like, I would rather go to a chemist to buy drug than go to a doctor to diagnose what is wrong with me in order to know the right drug to get. So people believe that the very fastest way to self-care is probably maybe when they begin to see some symptoms in their body. Probably maybe they are sick, they are having headache or something. That's when they should really pay attention to themselves. And they can actually begin to take care of themselves before they get to that stage. You can begin to pay attention to yourself before you get to that stage where you begin to feel like, okay, I'm having this, that symptoms. But because a lot of people don't really take note of themselves and they don't really have an ideology of how to take care of themselves, so they don't feel like it is really important for them to take note of certain things until they begin to see certain warnings in their bodies, until they begin to see so many things that can make them to be like, okay, I need to call the doctor and things like that. And when we talk about self-care, we are talking about major ways in which you need to take care of yourself physically. That's the first step. I said in my previous video that we have the body, soul, and we have the spirit. So when we are talking about physical self-care, we are talking about your physical appearance, how you take care of your physical appearance, how you take care of your health, how you take care of things as regards anything physical concerning you is actually very, very important. A lot of people think probably maybe physical appearance is majorly your looks. Yes, it's looks is part of it, but even your health are one of the things that makes your looks, if that English is correct. Many people don't know that their physical balance has a lot to do with their emotions. Health-wise, when you're okay, your emotions will a little bit come to the place of being okay. And when you're not okay, even emotionally, when you're not okay, it has influence on your health too. You see that certain things begin to happen to you. So one thing we don't understand is that everything as regards human being work in hands together, like they work together. So we need to come to that place of being able to balance things in order to put our lives in shape. So we don't literally wait for some things to happen to us before we say, okay, I think this is what I need to do to myself. This is what I need to do to myself. This is how I need to take it. We really, really need to take it upon ourselves. We need to be intentional on taking care of ourselves in order to put ourselves in a good shape most of the times. So when it comes to physical care, there are so many ways in which you can take care of yourself, like fueling your body, taking enough rest in a day and things like that. There are times like I can really stress myself, probably maybe like on a stretch for 3 weeks and things like that. And when I see that it's just too much, I take my time off. I take my time to take care of myself, probably have adequate sleep. And sometimes it's not just adequate sleep. Sometimes probably maybe you need to find yourself in a conducive environment that will actually help you to feel a little bit more relaxed and things like that. So ability to understand this will actually help you to build a good physical appearance. It will so much help you. One thing you don't know is that they will tell you that it's the way you dress should be addressed good. It's also the way you look that will make people to see that you are genuinely glowing, like you are okay. So glowing is not just a function of the kind of cream you use and probably the kind of, no, glowing is also a function of how healthy you look, how healthy you are. So I'm going to be giving us five psychological facts that our physical health, physical balance, and physical self-care actually does to our mental health. It's actually very, very important that we understand that our appearance has a lot to do with our mental health. So number one thing it does is it reduces depression and anxiety. You know, sometimes when you find yourself balanced a little bit, when you find yourself looking okay, find yourself looking confident, there's a way it helps you reduce anxiety when you get to a particular place. But when you're not taking care of yourself and things like that, you just develop a kind of I don't know how to put it, a kind of depression or or fear for yourself. You just discover that you're not balanced. You're always, because your body is not comfortable, your body is not in the right shape. So you tend to start feeling somehow up and down and things like that. So it's very, very important that you try as much as possible to take care of yourself so that you can put yourself in a good shape. You can reduce your level of depression, you can reduce your level of anxiety by putting yourself in a good shape. Now when you use perf, or probably maybe you wear a nice cream and things like that, you don't really have to have big money to buy big clothes. No, you just need to have little things to build your self-esteem and confidence on the outward part. Although the inner part is very, very, very important, but on the outward part, you just need those few things to take care of yourself. So when you are good to go, just cover that, you are smelling nice, you feel all those things, they have something that they do to you emotionally. And when they do those things to you emotionally, it has effect on your mental health. Number two psychological factor of taking care of your physical body is it reduces your level of stress. When you are really, really stressed up and you've gone through a lot in a day, there are certain hormones in your body that begin to bring so many kind of reactions to you, like dopamine and so many kind of hormones in your body. So when you are stressed up and probably maybe you are not taking care of your health, let me use that, you're not taking care of yourself, your body, and things like that. There's this way that it has effect on your look a lot. A lot of people are looking old because of they are not paying attention on themselves, and because they have put a lot of weight on themselves beyond what they can handle, so they grow old so fast. Some is even because they don't have this healthy mindset of being in the state of being intentional about their smiles. you know you just being intentional about your smile can help you to look so younger, very younger. But when you are always like, you're always frowning. It's always like the whole Nigeria is upon you, and the whole problem of Nigeria is upon you. And you just have so many things that you're always putting in your mind. It will put you in a state of stress. And how do you know you are stressed? When you are easily irritated, when you are easily exhausted, when you are easily hungry. And that's one thing that in this part of the country, a lot of people don't know how to manage, because a lot of people are always finding themselves in the state of stress most of the times. Stress from family, stress from work, stress from so many things around them. So you need to come to that place where you are so intentional about yourself that again, you just decide that today I will not allow anybody to stress me, regardless of what happened. And just lock yourself. As there was I think it was probably around this week or so, I dropped my phone somewhere and I just decided to take a rest. Like, I wasn't touching my phone, I was just there. And the energy that was coming, the vibes that was coming, just because I decided to pay attention on myself that day, I really rebooted myself. In fact, I enjoyed that energy naturally. Why? Because I just said that, see, I'm stressed out. I was easily getting irritated, easily getting frustrated, and every little thing just gets us. I'm like, oh, no, this is me. I really need to work on myself and rebuild myself. That's one of the things that we do when we take care of our physical appearance or take care of ourselves. It really helps you to reduces your level of stress. Another thing is number three is it improve your level of concentration. When you take care of your physical self as a person that is cognizant of his or her self-care mentally, it improve your level of concentration. You know what to concentrate on, you know what to put your focus on, and what you are putting your focus on, it gets your full energy, your full attention. But when you are not in a good state of health, medically, physically, there's this way that it just makes you to start feeling like, I see someone that whenever the person is sitting down beside people, because person has mouth odor, people tend to feel uncomfortable, and that's to send the person a signal of being uncomfortable herself too. So you have to learn to build confidence by taking care of those things that you need to take care of. Brush your teeth when you need to brush your teeth. If you have money, go to dentist, let them help you work on your teeth. Your teeth does not have to decay before you start making use of nice teeth. You don't get what I'm saying? Take care of yourself, take a nice shower, buy a good soap. It doesn't have to be expensive. Just make sure the soap is cold and smelling nice. You know, just take care of yourself. Take shower at least maybe like twice in a day. Those are things that actually help you. It really has a long way to go. Sometimes I stay in shower for like maybe like 5 to 10 minutes because the water has a lot to do with your body. Especially when you just finish stressing yourself and you put yourself under water, it relaxes you, it makes you feel cool, it makes you feel chilled. You know, those things are things that doesn't cost money, but they are important to human health. They are important to mental self-care of your physical look. So you need to pay attention to things like that. Number four of it is that it minimizes your level of frustration and anger. You know, I said that when you're in a state of stress, you're not taking care of yourself very well, you tend to be frustrated and you just find yourself being angered by things that you literally on a normal day don't get angered for. So when you find yourself easily irritated, know that you really stress yourself beyond. So when I find myself being stressed beyond the way it should be, I try as much as possible to separate myself for a while to make sure I really take care of myself in a way that I can get my sanity back and be able to handle pressures and circumstances around you. You know, at that time, just isolate yourself a little bit from people so you'll be able to gain your balance. At least when you gain your balance, you know that okay, to some extent, these are things that I can handle, these are things I literally cannot handle. Another thing it does, which is the number five fact about psychological fact of taking care of yourself physically, is that it improves your energy. Yes, when you take care of yourself physically, it improves your energy. Just discover that you have energy to do certain things and so many things. There are times that when I see that I'm really, really exhausted, I just drop everything I do and give myself some time to just hang out, think about how far I've gone, and think about what I need to do next, and think about things that I really shouldn't take my time, shouldn't take my worries, and so many things like that. So we all need a form of meditation spiritually to be able to keep up whatsoever it is that we go. We are still going to go there. That's still part of spiritual self-care. We are still going to talk about it in this session. But now we're talking about physical care. So how are you taking care of yourself physically? And how has your physical care be affecting your mental health? I want you to see it from that perspective. Your physical care is very, very important. Until you become intentional about your physical care, you might not be able to put yourself in the right position that you should. You don't necessarily need to bleach yourself to look good. You just need to take care of yourself to look good. In fact, bleaching yourself using bleaching cream is more like low self-esteem. You are dealing with low self-esteem, which is more of an internal thing than physical thing. So you don't really need to bleach to start looking good, but you need to develop a level of self-confidence, which has to do with your spirit, which we are still going to talk about in this section, for you to be able to look good. So those are things that people literally don't take note of. You need to be neat on the inside, wear good things. You don't really have to have much. I've seen people tell stories of how they practically wear have one a guy that has probably two shirts and one trousers. He knows how he washes them and bring them to and put starch to them and still look good. Shey you get those things. Those are little things that people need to do to make themselves presentable. You don't need to wait till you start seeing the symptoms of headache and things before you take malaria drugs, or probably because before you take anti-malarials. You can start with taking a cup of water every morning. to detoxify yourself and help you put yourself in a good shape. These are things that people literally don't take note of because they have so emburdened themselves with the issues and worries of meeting their material needs that they don't understand that they need to stay healthy to be able to fulfill every other thing concerning their life. So I'm going to give you guys more on self-care. I know this little psychological fact I just shared with you will help you to rethink that you need to start being intentional about your physical self-care. My name is Rema, I'm your psychotherapist. Don't forget to give us thumbs up. Don't forget to put comments in our comment sections. And also, don't forget to take care of yourself physically as you go this week. And ask yourself, how can I take care of myself physically? And also, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. And don't forget to invite people. I'll see you guys